This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown. We not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up out the street, cause them bulls out the pen and they about to stampede.
Who do you think the Texans should get with their 2nd and 12th pick?
Well, 2 they should go. I mean, they should go quarterback. I mean,
right.
It's not really debatable in all sense. I'll give you. And he says he talked to people in every building. We had Ryan Leaf on Good Morning Football this morning, and Ryan said that the Panthers are in love with Stroud, and they're going to take CJ number 1. That's from talking to people in their building. That's what he says. Obviously, we're still 43 days away or 44 days away, whatever. And that the Texans actually like Bryce. I talked about this on our network a lot, is that even though they have the 2nd pick, they can still get the quarterback that they have as the number 1 quarterback on the board. I mean, it just because you have the 2nd pick doesn't mean you don't get the guy you want, right? Like, because it could fall that way. It could fall that they actually like Bryce better than they like Stroud, and it's flipped for the Panthers, and both teams get exactly who they want, and the Texans get who they want at 2, where they would have gotten them at 1 as well. That's what Ryan thinks between the 2. I think it does make sense a little bit from what Frank has worked with and the way Stroud plays the position. I think his accuracy is off the charts. I think he throws an unbelievably beautiful ball. I'll be in Columbus for his pro day next week. And I'm excited to see him up close in that sense. I saw Bryce throw last year, got to hang out with him in Tuscaloosa a little bit. I am one of the people that is terrified of the size. I mean, he threw in their indoor when I was down there, and he was wearing just a shirt and shorts. And like, no lie, my comp is like, it's Allen Iverson, dude. Like the legs are thin, the frame is thin. I don't know how he weighed 204 pounds at the combine, which really, by the way, let's break that down. Makes 0 sense. Like,
we've been saying that. Yeah.
He's only going to weigh himself in. He's only going to weigh in. He's not going to work out. So then everybody knows he's lying about his weight. He's just going to bulk up for the weigh-in. He's not going. Then he's going to go back down and play at a different weight, only to get the 204 pounds on the books, even though we all know it's not real, and that's what he won't play with. Like, then why are we doing this circus? Like, why are we going around and around when we all know that's not what he's going to play at, but he's never going to weigh in again in the rest of his NFL career. Right. Same reason why Kyler's never going to be measured for his height ever again in the rest of his NFL career. But I mean, to answer your question, I do think the way Slowick runs it, you can manipulate it via the skill set of your quarterback. I do think they have that ability. And these guys are very different, and they play the position differently than one another. I do think the way Ryan Leaf said it is a better fit. I think Stroud's a better fit in Carolina, and I think Bryce is a better fit in Houston.
Really?
Okay. So what do you like better? Okay, what does CJ does better that Bryce doesn't do?
I think his play from the pocket. I mean, both of them play really, really well from the pocket. I don't know if there's anybody who throws a better ball than CJ in the draft. A lot of evaluators, again, I don't claim to say I'm an expert. I just talk to a lot of them. And most of them say the same thing. It's hard to become more accurate. It's really hard to make yourself a more accurate thrower. I think Josh Allen is an anomaly. I think it's the work he put in. I think it's Brian Daboll. I think it's Ken Dorsey. I think it's obviously him, but it usually you don't become much more accurate. It's just a hard thing to improve. You can improve a lot of other things. You can process quicker. You can, work on your footwork, all these different things. CJ is just a really, really accurate thrower of the football. And I think size matters to Frank. I think it does. I think Bryce is an absolute winner. I think he processes quickly. I think they changed their offense because he was such a good passer. I mean, they were going to run a lot of RPO stuff down in Bama and stuff. And when they started seeing the way he played, they scrapped a lot of it. Like, he's a legit pocket passer. And he's a straight up winner. I would say CJ's not. I'm just saying kind of what I've heard about Bryce down there. Probably one of the best things I heard was somebody from their coaching staff told me, they were like, you can drop Bryce in a pit full of rattlesnakes. His heart won't go up one beat. Like, okay, all right, that's one way to measure a guy.
Cool
But
story.
that's yeah. I mean, right? I mean, he's the coolest guy in the room at all times. The one knock on CJ a little bit is when things go off schedule. I think Bryce is a little bit better off schedule than CJ is, and everything breaks down in the NFL, right? Everything does. It always does. And that's one of the little concerns of Stroud. But I'll say this: it's the two of them. I know we're talking about the four. It's the two of them, and it is a gap, and then it's the other two guys.
This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown. We not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up out the street, cause them bulls out the pen and they bout to stampede.